Hello students, in this particular lecture we are going to discuss about 50 diverse MCQ from horticulture. Basically this is a revision test, so we have devised 50 diverse MCQ from different aspects of horticulture. I mean different aspect like pomology, olericulture, fruit, flowers, gardening, everywhere, everything we have tried to compile. And I mean, like we have tried to compile it in a way that what type of questions are generally coming in the competitive exams, right? So that it will you can better correlate these questions with your competitive examination, and it will help you in, I mean, correlating what type of questions might come in our exam. Okay, so we are not just here to look at the question and answer. We try to understand what is the concept behind each question and how it can help us to track our progress, and how it will help us to enhance our knowledge on horticulture science. Okay, so without wasting much time, uh, let's dive into the first question of this session. So what you need to do, actually, you do not just focus on, suppose this is the first question, like this is the question and let's say this is the answer. So you just do not mug up the things like the question and the answer. Okay, so you can get this type of thing in different objective books as well. So why you need to watch this video or lecture. This lecture, the main purpose is to, I mean, identify what type of questions are might be coming, and to make it diverse. And as well as we are discussing different concepts here. We are trying to focus on concepts, of try to focus on the background of the question, and we will also analyze each option. Okay, what is their role, why they are not fit in this answer. Okay, so that you can better correlate different concepts, and you can better score, I mean, you can better retain different concepts in your memory, right? So yeah, so the first question is, the chemical that is used widely for reducing post harvest fruit drop in grapes. The chemical that is used widely for reducing post harvest fruit drop in grapes, that is NDGA. NDGA. What it stands for? It stands for nor dihydroguanuric acid. Okay. So nor dihydro, okay, guaratic acid. Okay, so that is NDGA. Okay, so this works, I mean, by inhibiting the biosynthesis of ABA. Basically it inhibits the biosynthesis of ABA. When we are applying NDGA, it inhibits the biosynthesis of ABA, which is crucial for the onset of berry maturation and abscission, thereby delaying this process and reducing the post harvest drop. Okay, uh, I mean, post-harvest fruit drop or berry shatter in grapes is a major issue that reduces commercial value. It's often related to the degradation of abscission layer due to the plant hormone like abscisic acid. So basically, fruit drop is caused by abscission layer, which is caused by ABA. When we apply NDGA, it reduces the abscisic acid formation, which reduces the fruit drop, and it increases the commercial value of the bunch or berry. Okay, the grape bunch. Okay, so why other options are incorrect? See, IBA, that is indole 3 butyric acid, that is basically a synthetic auxin primarily used for rooting of cutting. So when rooting comes in your mind, the answer will be ABA. Okay, it is not directly related to post harvest berry drop. GA3, that is gibberellic acid. It is a gibberellin primarily used for grapes for berry thinning or reducing fruit set or cluster elongation and increase berry size. Okay, so it is not that important for berry drop, preventing berry drop. Then PPDA, that is phenyl phosphorodiamidate, and that is a basically a urease inhibitor. Okay, and it is also n-phenyl p phenyl diamine. If we'll talk about that chemical, then it is acting as antioxidant and anti-ozonant, often used in rubber, not a primarily fruit thinner or fruit regulator. Okay, question from this question, I mean this concept, we'll discuss another questions. So this type of questions also help you to formulate, I mean, grasp different concepts, or other than this question, what questions might come in competitive exam. Which plant growth regulators biosynthesis does nor-dihydroguaritic acid inhibits? That is, we have already discussed, that is ABA. The phytohormone primarily responsible for promoting senescence and the formation of abscission layers in the fruit, that is ethylene. Next question. The most adopted training system for grapes in India is, so the most adopted training system for grapes in India, that is Bower system. Okay, so basically a grapevine training system are crucial for maximizing yield, managing canopy, and ensure proper light exposure. In tropical and subtropical region of India, especially Maharashtra, the leading producer, grape varieties are highly vigorous and require a system that can support a heavy overload canopy. The high solar radiation in this region also necessitates maximum shades for the developing berries to prevent sun scald. The Burr system, also known as pergola or pendal system, it is also known as pergola or pendal system. The Burr system, also known as pergola or pendal system, is an overhead high trellis system that satisfies this requirement, making it the most dominant training system or training method in the major growing states of peninsular India. Okay, so this is the correct answer. Telephone system, whereas it is a type of vertical trellis system with multiple wires, generally less suited for the extreme vigor of commercial varieties in India compared to the Burr system. Niffin system, that is a simple four-arm horizontal canopy system used in temperate region where low to medium vigor vines are common. It is not the most adopted system in high vigor Indian vineyards. Gablet system, that is a modified trellis system that uses a double curtain arrangement. While used in some location, it is not that much popular. Question from here, like the grape training system that is best suited for high vigorous cultivar under tropical condition, we have already discussed, that is pendal system or pergola system or Boer system. Which of the following grape training system is typically used for low to moderate vigor varieties? That is cordon system or single or double Guyot system. Okay, so this was about grape training and that is most important, and the right answer here is Boer system. Next question. Among fruit crops, among fruit crops, the highest tolerance among fruit crops, the highest tolerance to salinity. Among fruit crops, the highest tolerance to salinity and sodicity is seen by. That is, the right answer here is date palm. The right answer here is date palm. Okay. So basically, salinity and sodicity means high sodium content. Salinity means high soluble salt content. So its tolerance is crucial trait for crops grown in arid and semi-arid region or areas with poor soil and water quality. Date palm, that is Phoenix dactyliflora, Phoenix dactyliflora. Okay, that is the scientific name of date palm. It is highly adapted to such environment, exhibiting exceptional tolerance compared to most of the fruit crops. Okay. Uh, apple is very sensitive to sodicity. Coconut, though it is I mean tolerant to salinity but primarily grown in coastal high rainfall region, its tolerance is lower than date palms. Extreme tolerance are to both salinity and sodicity. Strawberry, it is highly sensitive to salinity. Okay, so the right answer here is date palm. Question from here, which of the following tree nuts is known for its high salt tolerance and often grow in coastal region? That is cashew nut. Okay, though less tolerance than date palm, it has significant tolerance. The term used to describe palm plants that naturally thrives in high salinity condition, that is halophytes. So this type of plants are known as halophytes because they can tolerate to extreme level of salinity. Next question. The stage of date palm when the fruit are fully developed but hard, yellow or red and suitable for fresh consumption. The stage of date palm when the fruits are fully developed but hard, yellow or red and suitable for fresh consumption. The right answer here is doka. The right answer here is doka. Okay. So basically, a date palm fruit maturation is categorized into different stages based on color, moisture, sugar content, and fineness. The traditional stages are Kimri, Khalal, or which is otherwise known as Doka or Gandora. One is Kimri, okay. Another one is Khalal, or that is known as Doka or Gondora, then Rutav and Tamar or Pind. Okay, so Khalal or Doka stage is characterized by fully developed bright color yellow or red, a firm and crunchy fruit, which is ideal for fresh consumption. Okay, that is Doka, and it is edible and suitable for fresh crunchy consumption. Gandora, whereas it is another region, regional name often used for Khalal or Doka stage. However, Doka is the more internationally recognized term for the Khalal stage suitable for fresh eating. Dang is not standard universal recognized, production technology. Pinned, that is Tamar, the final stage where the fruit is fully cured or dried, less than 25% moisture. Okay, that is pinned. It is dark brown, soft or chewy, and is traditional stage for storage and consumption. Okay, that is a dried stage. The soft, fully ripened stage of date palm fruit, suitable for immediate consumption but not long-term storage, that is called uh, rutav. That is intermediate stage between khalal or doka and tamar or pin. The initial grain, hard and unripe stage of date palm fruit development is called kimri. Initial stage is known as kimri. Okay. Next question: the country in the world leading in coconut production. The country in the world leading in coconut production, that is Indonesia. Okay. So the right answer here is Indonesia. Okay. Uh, so if you look at the global production data, it frequently changes, but current, if you look at the leading country, then it is Indonesia. So the common term used to refer to the coconut palm due to its numerous use, that is food, oil, fiber, wood, that is known as kalpavruksha. Coconut is known as kalpavruksha. Okay, or tree of life. Then which country is in the world is leading producer of cashew nut? That is Vietnam. Cashew nut, Vietnam. Okay. Next question: Mauritius, Amrita, Queen, Giant Q. These are varieties of pineapple. Okay, Mauritius, Amrita, Queen, Giant Q. These are variety of pineapple or ananas comosus. That is ananas comosus. Okay, that is pineapple. So Giant Q or Q is dominant for canning. Queen, Mauritius, these are highly popular or for fresh consumption due to their rich flavor. If we talk about apple, the varieties are Red Delicious, Fuji, Gala. These are the varieties of apple. Then kiwi, the varieties are like Hayward, Bruno, Monty. These are the famous varieties of kiwi. Then dragon fruit, famous varieties are American Beauty, Physical Graffiti. These are famous variety of dragon fruit. Next question. A question from here, like the pineapple variety most preferred for the canning industry, that is Giant Q or Kiwi. Q. Hayward is the most widely cultivated commercial varieties of which crop? That is kiwi. Next question. State or union territory that is known as apple bowl of India. Most commonly asked question in different competitive examination, that is Himachal Pradesh. Okay, Himachal Pradesh is known as apple bowl of India. While Jammu and Kashmir is often leading region in terms of total apple production volume, Himachal Pradesh, particularly the Simla region, is traditionally the commonly referred to as apple bowl of India due to sheer concentration and commercial importance of its apple orchards and the quality of the fruit produced. Okay. Uh, yes. Question from you, like the Kinau region of Himachal Pradesh is famous for the production of which fruit? That is apple. Question. Next question: the family under which strawberry belongs to which family? That is Rosaceae. Strawberry belongs to Rosaceae family or rose family. Strawberry is Fragaria ananas. Okay, so that belongs to Rosaceae family or rose family. This economically important family include many major temperate fruits like apple, pear, plum, peach. Okay, Rosaceae family, under which most of the temperate fruit like apple, pear, plum, peach, then almond all belongs to Rosaceae family. Okay, Pomoidae, it is a subfamily of Rosaceae including pome fruit like apple. Chinopodiaceae, that belong, I mean the crops like beetroot, spinach, they belongs to Chinopodiaceae. Okay, Prunoidae, that is a subfamily again of Rosaceae, that is plum, okay, peach, plum, they belongs to that. Which fruit is botanically an aggregate fruit whose false fleshy part of the swollen receptacle, that is strawberry. Aggregate fruit. The family of the stone fruit like peach, plum, cherry, they belongs to Rosaceae family, but subfamily if we look at then Prunoidae. Next question. Lucknow 49, that is Sardar, it is a famous variety of guava and it is a selection from Lucknow 49, it is a selection from Allahabad Safeda. That is a selection from Allahabad Safeda. Okay. So it is one of the most commercially grown guava variety in India. It originated as a chance of seedling selection from the very popular variety Allahabad Safeda, and it is known for its high yielding, long shelf life, and resistance to guava wilt. Lalit, however, it is a pink fleshed variety released from CISH Lucknow. Orca mridula, it is a variety released from IHR Bangalore, and it is known for soft seed. Uh, then Allahabad Surakya, it is a red fleshed variety of guava. Okay. The guava variety known for its distinctive pink color flesh, that is Lalit. Which variety of guava is known for its having very few or soft seeds, that is Orca mridula. Okay. Next question. The leading state in horticultural production in India for the year 23-24 was the leading state uh, for horticultural production in India 23-24, that is UP or Uttar Pradesh. Mostly it is, I mean, uh, leading state in vegetable and which contribute to the uh, complete horticulture. If we look at then also Uttar Pradesh. Okay. Horticultural production, it generally encompasses like fruit, vegetable, flowers, spices, plantation crops based on recent estimates by Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. Uttar Pradesh has often emerged as the leading state in overall horticulture production, primarily due to its massive production of vegetable. If we look at the West Bengal, then vegetable production is leading here as well, like followed by UP. It is the second largest producer of vegetables, mostly potato, cabbage, etc. Andhra Pradesh, it is a leading state in fruit production, especially mango, banana, citrus. Uh, Madhya Pradesh also leading in fruit and spice production. Okay, but if we look at the vegetable production, total UP leads, and total horticulture production again UP. Then the question like CFTRI, that is the headquarter of Central Food Technology Research Institute. The headquarter of Central Food Technology Research Institute CFTRI is located at, it is located at Mysore. Okay, it is located at Mysore. CFTRI. It is one of the National Research Institute under Council of Scientific and Industrial Research or CSIR. It is dedicated to food research and development and headquartered at Mysore, Karnataka. Okay. If we look at Ludhiana, there the research institute CIFET is located. CIFET. Okay. Post Harvest Central Institute of Post Harvest Engineering and Technology. Then Varanasi, if you look at, then there IIVR located Indian Institute of Vegetable Research. Related question: CIFET is located at Ludhiana, and CIFET, I mean CFTRI, it is under activity of CSR, that is Council of Scientific and Industrial Research. Next question: which of the following antioxidant mainly found in clove? Which of the following antioxidant mainly found in clove? That is clove. The scientific name is Syzygium aromaticum. Syzygium aromaticum. Okay. So basically, it is a dried flower bud of the clove tree. Its distinct aroma, flavor, and medicinal properties are due to essential oil, the primary component of which is eugenol. The primary component of which is eugenol. Okay. So eugenol is a very powerful phenolic compound and an active antioxidant. Rosemanol, if we'll talk about, that is a phenol antioxidant mainly found in rosemary. Okay, rosemary. Then gingerol, that is found in ginger. Sesamol, it is found in sesame oil. Okay, so the major constituent 80 to 90% of oil is primarily eugenol. Okay, question from here, like the pungent principle in black pepper, that is due to piperine. Pungent principle in black pepper, that is due to piperine. Curcumin, the compound responsible for the yellow color in turmeric, that is botanically classified as curcuminoid or polyphenol. Okay, curcumin, that is a curcuminoid or polyphenol. Next question. According to ICMR, the per day per capita fruit requirement is, according to ICMR, that is Indian Council of Medical Research, Indian Council of Medical Research, the National Institute of Nutrition, that is NIN, ICMR, the NIN, the National Institute of Nutrition, prescribed dietary guideline. So according to that, the per capita fruit requirement for a person is 85 to 90 gram. Okay, the recommended vegetable intake, that is around 300 gram. Cereals, that is around 450 to 470 gram. Okay, and if we talk about oil seed, that is around this 30 to 50 gram. Okay, so next question is, corms are specialized propagating structure. Corms are specialized propagating structure used for the propagation of, that is used for gladiolus. Okay, so corms are basically short, vertical, solid underground plant stem. Corms are short, vertical, solid underground plant stem that acts as storage organ for propagation. It is botanically distinct from bulb like onion and true tuber like potato. Gladiolus and colocasia are classic example of corm propagated crop. Okay. Onion, it is propagated by bulb or seed. Banana propagated by sucker, modified, that is modified rhizome. Date palm, that is propagated by offshoot, that is sucker. Okay, whereas gladiolus, it is propagated through corm. Right? Which type of modified stem is used for the propagation of colocasia or taro, that is corm? The underground storage structure in potato is botanically classified as tuber or solen stem tip. Next question. Select the incorrect option from the following. Incorrect option from the following. Here is gram prussic acid, that will be the incorrect option. See, prussic acid, it is secreted by the sorghum plant, sorghum. Okay, whereas grape, here you can find tartaric acid. Orange, citric acid you can find. Apple, malic acid you can find. Okay, these are the principal acids found in these particular crops, like in grape, tartaric acids, orange, citric acid, apple, malic acid. But in gram you can find oxalic acid, malic acid, but prussic acid, it is secreted by sorghum. Okay. Okay, so question from here, like the presence of which highly toxic acid is concerned in young fodder sorghum, that is leading to toxicity in livestock, that is prussic acid or HCN. Prussic acid, the scientifically it is HCN, hydrocyanic acid. Which organic acid is responsible for the sour taste of lemon and other citrus fruit, that is citric acid. Next question. The optimum seed rate of tomato for nursery raising of open pollinated varieties, that is 300 to 500 gram per hectare in nursery. Yeah. Question from here, like what is the approximate seed rate of transplanted 1 hectare land of hybrid tomato varieties, that is 100 to 150 gram will be enough. But if we talk about open pollinated variety, then 300 to 500 gram will be required. The recommended seed rate for nursery raising in open pollinated brinjal variety, then that is 400 to 500 gram per hectare. Next question. Who is the pioneer of pasteurization and also known as the father of pasteurization? That is, the right answer is Louis Pasteur. Louis Pasteur. Okay. So based on his name, it is pasteurization. Okay. So pasteurization is a food preservation process involving in heat treatment to kill pathogen and inhibit spoilage. The process is named after French chemist or microbiologist Louis Pasteur, who developed it in the 1860s to prevent wine from souring. Nicolas Appert, whereas he is known as the father of canning. Okay, Gay Lussac, a French chemist who worked on gas laws. Okay, clear. I mean Clarence Barces, known as father of frozen food. Okay. So question from here, like related question, the low temperature storage method, that is freezing, for food preservation was commercially pioneered by freezing or low temperature storage, that was pioneered by Clarence Bar's eye. Okay, Clarence Bar's eye. The preservation technique of sealing food in airtight container and heating it is known as, that is canning or appertization. Okay, according to Nicholas Appert. Next question. The Shalimar Garden was created by, Shalimar Garden was created by, the right answer here is Jahangir. Okay. So Shalimar Garden, that is also known as Garden of Love in Srinagar, Kashmir. It is prime example of Mughal garden built in the Charbagh style. It was commissioned by Mughal Emperor Jahangir in 1690 for his wife Nur Jahan. Okay, so Shalimar Garden, it is located in Srinagar, and it is made by, I mean, inaugurated by Jahangir. Okay, for his wife Nur Jahan. Nur Jahan. Okay, so Akbar commissioned the Humayun's tomb, Nasim Bagh, another important garden in Kashmir. Okay. Uh, Sadat Ali. So basically, they are the Muslim leaders, but here the right answer is Jahangir. The defining characteristics of a Mughal garden involving four-part symmetrical layout with water channel, that is called Charbagh. Which Mughal emperor is credited with the introduction of Charbagh garden design in India? That is Babur. Next question. The Japanese art of growing miniature trees and shrubs by extreme dwarfing is called, the Japanese art of growing miniature trees and shrubs by extreme dwarfing, that is known as bonsai. That is known as bonsai. So bonsai is literally planted in a container. It is a Japanese art form derived from the ancient Chinese practice or penjing. It involves cultivating small trees that mimic the shape of large scale tree using technique like pruning, wearing, and root restriction. Ikebana, whereas this is known as the Japanese art of flower arrangement. Okay. Topiary, that is basically the clipping and training plants into defining shape like geometry or animal form. The horticultural technique of training and clipping living plants into decorative geometry or animal form, that is known as topiary, which Japanese art form emphasizes asymmetrical balance, minimalism, and the use of natural material, that is ikebana. Next question. Which of the following post-harvest product that is not preserved with the principle of osmosis? Which of the following post-harvest product that is not preserved with the principle of osmosis? The right answer here is resins. Why resins? See, osmosis is basically movement of water across a semi-permeable membrane from an area of high water concentration to low water concentration. In food preservation, this principle is used to draw water out of the microbial cell by placing the food in high sugar concentration, that is in followed in jam and pitha, and high salt concentration, that is in pickle. Okay, thereby inhibiting microbial growth. Resins, whereas they are dried, non-perishable natural exudates from plants and are not primarily preserved using a high solute method. Okay, so resins basically they are basically uh, derived from rubber or pine trees, or if we'll talk about they are basically chemically stable, and that's why not, I mean, preservation not needed for them. The principle of high sugar concentration in jam and jelly to inhibit microbial growth is known as reducing food's water quality. Okay, the primary component of the brine solution used to preserve most pickle, that is sodium chloride or common table salt. Next question. Garden lanterns Then garden, pagoda, dry landscape. These are special feature of which of the following type of garden? That is Japanese garden. These are the special feature of Japanese garden. Okay. So Japanese gardens are highly symbolic, striving to represent nature in a miniature and spiritual form. Key elements of Japanese garden include stone lanterns or toro, pagodas, and the use of dry landscape, that is kare shansui, where meticulously ranked sand or gravel represents water. English garden is characterized by informal naturalistic style with sweeping lawn and curves. Japanese garden is the correct answer here. Whereas Persian gardens, they are characterized by geometrical formal layout like charbagh and flowing water channel. Mughal garden is also known as it is a type of Persian garden characterized by rectilinear symmetry, water features, and terrace. The Japanese garden style, where white sand and rocks are used to represent water and island, that is called kare sansui or dry landscape. Kare sansui. The famous Pinjore garden in Haryana, it is example of which garden style? That is a Mughal style garden. Pinjore garden is a style of Mughal garden. Next question. Which of the following is an example of freestyle garden? Which of the following is an example of freestyle garden? The right answer here is English garden. English garden is an example of freestyle garden. So garden design are broadly classified as formal. That is, formals are also symmetrical, straight line, geometry having, okay, and informal. They are asymmetrical, curved line, naturalistic. The English landscape garden, that is rejecting the strict symmetry of the French and Persian style, it is a classic example of freestyle informal garden. Okay. Whereas Pinjore garden, that is a Mughal garden, and that is a formal style. Persian garden is also formal style garden. For example, Chabag garden. Okay, Mughal style garden is also formal style garden. A question from here, like a garden that strictly adhere to geometric principle using symmetry and rectilinear design, that is called formal garden. The geometry garden style, widely prevalent in Islamic culture, found in India, that is Mughal garden style or like Charbagh garden. Next question. Find out the incorrect combination from the option. Find out the incorrect combination. That is, the incorrect one will be Brindavan Garden in Uttar Pradesh. But Brindavan Garden is basically situated in Mysore, Karnataka. Mysore, Karnataka. Okay, not in Uttar Pradesh. All others are correct. Like Rose Garden, you can find in Chandigarh. National Botanical Garden, you can find in Lucknow. Buddha Jayanti Park, you can find in New Delhi. So basically, the Brindavan Garden is a famous terraced garden located adjacent to the Krishnaraj Sagar Dam. So it is located at Krishnaraj Sagar Dam. Okay, that is in Mysore, Karnataka, not in Uttar Pradesh. Question from here, like Lal Bagh Botanical Garden is a famous horticultural landmark located in which Indian city? That is Bengaluru. Okay, the headquarters of NBRI, that is National Botanical Research Institute, that is located in Lucknow. Next question. Powdery mildew is one of the most common diseases in pea. Which of the following variety of pea is powdery mildew resistant variety? The right answer here is that is Rachna. Rachna is a powdery mildew resistant variety. Powdery mildew, it is caused by Ericife species. Powdery mildew is caused by Ericife species. Okay. So it is a devastating fungal disease in garden pea, that is Pisum sativum. Developing resistant varieties is most cost-effective control measures. Rachna is a well-known variety specifically bred for its high resistance to this type of disease. Uh, Question from here, like the pea variety Arkel is highly popular for its characteristics of early maturity. The fungal disease characterized by white powdery spot on leaves and stems of crops like pea and cucurbit, that is due to powdery mildew. Next question. Scooping is common practice in which of the following vegetable crop? Scooping is common practice in cauliflower. Okay. So basically, in terms of vegetable seed production, scooping is a practice performed on the cauliflower cod or edible portion. It involves carefully removal of cone-shaped portion of the core tissue from the center of the cod to induce the formation of multiple flower shoots or seedling or mini plants for the production of true seeds. So basically it is the removal of cone shaped portion for the from the core of the center of the cauliflower, so that lateral branches or more flowering will be formed. That is called scooping. So question from here, like the practice of covering the cauliflower pod with inner leaves to protect it from sunlight and maintain it from white color is called, that is, blanching. Another question is buttoning is a physiological disorder in cauliflower due to buttoning is a physiological disorder of cauliflower that is due to nitrogen deficiency or high temperature stress. Next question, self incompatibility and protogyny are the characteristics feature of which vegetables belong to which group, that is crucifer. So all the vegetables belong to crucifer, they are mostly having self incompatibility and protogyny in nature. Okay, so self incompatibility is a genetic mechanism that prevents cell pollination, and protogyny is the condition where the stigma matures before the anthers. So female part they mature before the male part matures. Both are mechanisms that promotes cross pollination. These features are highly characterized of the vegetables belongs to crucifery family or brassicaceae family, which includes crops like cabbage, cauliflower, radish, etc. Whereas if we'll talk about Solanaceae, they are mostly self-pollinated like tomato, brinjal. Then Chinopodiaceae, they are mostly, spinach, beetroot. Malvaceae, crops like okra or ladyfinger, they belongs to Malvaceae and they are self-pollinated. The condition where the anthers mature before the stigma, that is known as protandry. Which family of vegetable include cabbage, cauliflower, nolkol? That belongs to crucifery family or brassicaceae family. Next question, Phomopsis blight and a bacterial wilt resistant variety of brinjal is. Phomopsis blight and bacterial wilt resistant variety of brinjal is, that is Panth Samrat. Okay, Phomopsis blight and bacterial wilt resistant variety of brinjal, that is Panth Samrat. So bacterial wilt that is caused by caused by Ralstonia solanacearum. Ralstonia solanacearum. Phomopsis blight that is caused by Phomopsis vexan. Phomopsis vexans. Okay, these are the two most destructive diseases affecting brinjal, that is eggplant. The variety Ponsambra developed from Panthanagar, that is GBPUAT, is specifically known for its dual resistance to both of these major diseases. Okay. Pusa Bindu, whereas this is a high yielding small round fruited varieties. Black Beauty, it is a standard large oval fruit variety but genetically susceptible. Pan Samrat, it is correct. Pusa Purple Lung, it is a popular long fruited variety but not specifically known for dual resistance. Question from here, the pathogen causing bacterial wilt in brinjal and potato belongs to which category? That is, so basically we have discussed the bacterial wilt resist, that is Ralstonia solanacearum, Phomopsis blight, that is Phomopsis vexans. Which variety of okra is resistant to YVMB, that is Pusa A4. Next question, flower saber. Flower saber is genetically modified variety of tomato developed by Calgene company and having characteristics of, that is having characteristics of extended shelf life. Extended shelf life. So flower saver is basically the first commercially grown genetically engineered food. It was modified by inserting an antisense gene to inhibit the production of the enzyme polygalacturonase, that is PG. Okay, it inhibits PG. Since PG is responsible for pectin degradation, PG stands for polygalacturonase. Okay, polygalacturonase. Okay, that is PG. PG basically responsible for pectin degradation and fruit softening. So its suppression results in tomato with significant extended shelf life. So question from here, like the first genetically modified food crop to be commercialized was flower saver in tomato. The enzyme responsible for the breakdown of pectin in the cell wall leading to fruit softening, that is polygalacturonase, that is PG. Next question, preservation or preservative that is used mostly to preserve tomato sauce. preservative that is used mostly for preserving tomato sauce, that is sodium benzoate. So chemical preservatives are chosen based on the food's pH and color. Tomato sauce or ketchup is a color product, so sulfur based preservative like potassium metabisulfate are avoided in color products because they react with and bleach or destroy the anthocyanin pigment or red color. Benzoate preservative like sodium benzoate do not affect the color and are highly effective against molds and yeast in acidic foods, making them the standard choice for tomato products. Potassium metabisulfate suitable only for colorless or light colored products because it destroys color pigments. Sodium benzoate it can be used in colored or acidic product like tomato ketchup, fruit squash, etc. Dihydroxybenzoate, not a specialized food preservative. Monosodium glutamate, it is a flavor enhancer, not a preservative. Question from here like which chemical preservative is used for preserving colorless juice? Potassium metabisulfate can be used. Sodium benzoate is generally effective in controlling microbial growth when the product is acidic. Next question. Which of the following is an example of day neutral vegetable crop? The right answer here is okra. Okra is a day neutral vegetable crop. Okay. So day neutral plants are basically flowers and fruit irrespective of the photo period or day length. Okay. This characteristics makes them highly adaptable to year-round cultivation in many regions. So okra, Abelomostos esculentus, that is a warm season crop and it is a classic example of day neutral plant. Okay, so onion, palak, they are basically long day plants. Okay, they require longer days for ball formation or flowering. Cauliflower, its heading and flowering are primarily influenced by temperature, but can be also influenced by long day. Quantitative long day nature. Question from here like which photoperiodic classification applies to a crop that requires a light period shorter than the critical maximum to initiate flowering? That is a short day plant. The process of premature flowering in long day plants or temperature sensitive crops like spinach and cabbage, that is called bolting. The process of premature flowering in long day plants or temperature sensitive crops like spinach and cabbage, that is called bolting. Okay. Next question. The vegetable crop that is not Indian origin, that is spinach. Okay. So basically, spinach is originated in Persia or Iran. Okay, Persia. Okay, so other crops like cucumber, snake dart, brinjal, they are kind of originated from India and Indian region. Yeah. So question from here like the center of origin of the widely consumed fruit mango, that is again Indo-Burma or Southeast Asia. The crop known as poor man's potato, poor man's crop, whose center of origin is South America, Peru, or Bolivia, that is potato. Next question. Chaman, that is coordinated horticulture assessment and management using geoinformatics. Coordinated horticulture assessment and management using geoinformatics is an Indian government initiative to use satellite technology and GIS for better assessment and development of the horticulture sector was launched during 2014. So Chaman projects utilizes space technology that like remote sensing and GIS to accurately estimate the area and production of major horticultural crop. The crucial initiative was launched by Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, Government of India in 2014. Okay. Chaman project relies on integrating which two major technology for crop assessment, that is remote sensing and GIS. The application of remote sensing and GIS in agriculture is a core component of that is precision agriculture. Next question. The fruit crop that fruits one time in its life cycle, that is called monocarpic fruit, and an example of this type of fruit crop is banana. Okay, so plant that flowers and fruit only once in fruit their lifetime, then die, they called monocarpic or semilperous. Okay, so banana, that is Musa paradisiaca, though perennial from the base, is botanically monocarpic as the individual pseudostem which bears the fruit branch dies after fruiting and a new sucker replaces it. Most other fruit trees are polycarpic in nature. Which major plantation crop is also a monocarpic, that is bamboo. Okay, many species of bamboo, that is monocarpic. The term for a plant that flowers and fruit multiple times over many seasons, that is polycarpic. Next question. The problem of on year flowering and off year no flowering is not seen in which type of following cultivar of mango. So basically it is known as alternate bearing or regular bearing. If it is completely, I mean, flowering in every season, then that is called regular bearing, and if it is alternating the bearing style, then that is called alternate bearing mango variety. So biennial bearing is a major physiological disorder, or alternate bearing, it is a major physiological disorder in mango, where a tree yields a heavy crop one year, that is called on year, and a sparse or no crop the next year, that is off year. Traditional variety like Dasari, Langra, and Chausa, these are highly prone to this. Amrapali, that is a variety crossing from Neelam and Dasari, was specifically developed for its regular bearing nature and compact canopy, making it suitable for a high density planting. So the right answer here is Amarapalli. Okay, it is a regular bearing variety or hybrid. So the mango hybrid Amrapalli was derived from the cross of Neelam and Dasari. The most popular mango variety known for its extremely poor bearing habit or biennial nature, that is Alfonso. Next question. Sindhu, that is a seedless variety of mango derived from Dapoli, I mean developed from Dapoli by crossing. So Sindhu, it's a seedless variety of mango developed from Dapoli by crossing Ratna and Alfonso. Ratna and Alfonso. Okay. So basically Sindhu is famous for its seedless nature. It was released from Regional Fruit Research Station, Vengurla, Dapoli, Maharashtra, as a result of the controlled cross between Ratna, that is the female parent, and Alfonso, that is the male parent. Okay. Question from here, like the phenomenon of seedlessness in fruits, like the trait exhibiting in Sindhu mango, is botanically known as, that is called parthenocarpy. The famous mango variety Ratna is the result of which cross Nilam and Alfonso. Next question. The botanical name of avocado is, the botanical name of avocado, that is Persea americana. Persea americana. Okay. The botanical name of avocado, that is Persea americana. Okay. So avocado is a tropical fruit tree native to America. It is a tropical fruit tree native to America. Okay. Gravia subinequalis, that is Gravia subinequalis, that is the botanical name of falsa. Okay. Then Fragarium ananas, that is strawberry. Okay, the scientific name of strawberry. You have to remember all this. Carissa caranda, that is coronda. Okay, the scientific name of coronda. Avocado, the scientific name is Persea americana. Question from here, like the botanical name of guava is guava, that is Psidium guajava. Which family does the avocado belongs to? That is Lauraceae family. Avocado belongs to Lauraceae family. Next question. Coronda belongs to family. Coronda belongs to family Apocynaceae. Coronda belongs to family Apocynaceae. The Coronda, the scientific name is, we have already discussed, that is Carissa carandus. It is a hardy indigenous shrubby fruit crop. It is known for its high iron content when dried. It belongs to family Apocynaceae, that is Degben family, which also includes decorative plants like oleander. Moraceae family crops like fig and mulberry, they belongs to Moraceae family. Then Lauraceae family, avocado, cinnamon. Rubiaceae family, the tea, I mean coffee. Rubiaceae family. Apocynaceae, that is the correct answer for Caronda. Which family does the commercially important nut crop like cashew nut belongs to? That is Anacardiaceae. The coffee plant, Coffea arabica, belongs to family Rubiaceae. Okay. Next question. Which of the following crop is sucker or slip propagated? That is pineapple. Sucker or slip propagated, that is pineapple. Pineapple is Ananas commosus, that is a perennial herb propagated vegetatively. It produces several type of vegetative propagule like crown on top of the fruit, slip, that is from fruit stalk, and sucker, that is from leaf axil or base of the plant. These are the primary method for commercial propagation. Lychee is propagated through air layering or gutti. Then strawberry is propagated through runner or stolon. Guava is propagated mostly through air layering or vinegar grafting. Okay. The specialized vegetative structure used for propagating strawberry plant is called, that is, runner or stolon. Air layering is, or gutti, we have already discussed, that is in lychee and guava. It is mostly propagated through air layering. Next question. The leading country in cassava production is, the leading country in cassava production, that is Nigeria. The leading country in cassava production, that is Nigeria. Cassava, that is Manihot esculenta. It is a staple root crop and the source of tapioca. It is primarily grown in Africa, Latin America, and Asia. Nigeria is consistently the world's largest producer of cassava by significant margin. Question. The Central Research Institute dedicated to cassava and other tuber crop in India, that is CTCRI. Okay, Central Tuber Crop Research Institute, CTCRI. Central Tuber Crop Research Institute. It is located at Tiruvananthapuram. Tapioca. Tapioca is obtained from root of which crop? That is cassava. Tapioca is obtained from root of cassava. Next, crop that is known as queen of beverage. Crop that is known as queen of beverage, that is tea. Tea is known as queen of beverage. Tea, the scientific name is Camellia sinensis. It is the second most consumed beverage globally after water. Due to its worldwide popularity, historical significance, and cultural importance, it is known as queen of beverage. Coffee is known as king of beverage. Coconut is known as tree of life. Lychee is known as queen of fruit. The fermentation process in tea manufacturers is actually an oxidation reaction involved which enzyme? That is polyphenol oxidase. Which beverage crop is primarily propagated by stump cutting? That is coffee. Next question. The yellow color in onion is due to, the yellow color in onion, that is due to quercetin. That is due to quercetin. The color of onion are due to flavonoid pigment. The characteristics yellow color, the outer scale of yellow onion is primarily due to the presence of flavonol, quercetin, and its derivative. The compound is a powerful antioxidant. Lycopene, whereas that is found in tomato and watermelon as well. Oleoresin, that is natural spice extract from flavor and color. Curcumin, that is found in turmeric. Okay. Question from here, the red purple color in red onion caused by the presence of, that is due to anthocyanin. The pungent smell of onion primarily due to allyl propyl disulfide. Next question. Which of the following is incorrect in terms of horticultural crop and rich in nutrient? The incorrect option is cashew nut, calcium. That is incorrect. Okay, whereas walnut, it is rich in fat. Bothua leaf, that is chenopodium leaf, rich in vitamin A. Dry coriander, rich in iron. Okay, Bothua, that's lamb's quarter or chenopodium, that is rich in carotene or provitamin A. Dry coriander is famous for its iron content. Walnut, you can find high fat content or especially omega-3 fatty acid. Cashew nut, it is good source of protein, not calcium. Okay. Question from here, if we look at, which common vegetable is considered one of the richest source of vitamin A, that is capsicum or bell pepper. Which dry fruit is traditional remedy for anemia due to extreme high content of iron, that is dry coriander. Next question. Find out the wrong matching among the following. Wrong matching among the following, that is cashew pome, that is wrong. Okay. Banana berry, that is correct. Pomegranate balausta, that is correct. Coconut drupe, that is correct. Whereas cashew pome, that is incorrect. So cashew, in case of cashew, the tree, the fruit is known as knot or echini. Banana, that is a fleshy fruit derived from single ovary, classified as berry or parthenocarpic one. Coconut has a fibrous outer layer, that is husk, and hard inner layer cell surrounded by the seed, making it fibrous drupe. Pomegranate has a hard leathery rind and a specialized type of berry, that is called balausta. Cashew nut, whereas cashew has a knot or echini as a true fruit attached to a swollen pedicel called cashew apple or accessory fruit. Pome, whereas pome is we can find in apple, it is called pome, that is an accessory fruit. where the flesh comes from the receptacle. Therefore, cashew is not a pome. Question from here, like the true fruit of cashew a plant is botanically that is called echini. The fruit type of custard apple, Ananas camosa, that is aggregate fruit. Next question. Which of the following is not an example of temperate fruit? Which of the following is not an example of temperate fruit? That is lychee. Lychee is not an example of temperate fruit. It is tropical and subtropical fruit, mostly subtropical in nature. Temperate fruit examples are like apple, almond, apricot, strawberry. These are, require low temperature or cold temperature, and they are called temperate crop. Okay. During winter, they break dormancy. Lychee, whereas Lychee sinensis is a subtropical fruit that require mild winter and a short period of low temperature to induce flowering, but doesn't need the intense chilling hours required by true temperate fruits. The duration of cold temperature typically below required by temperate fruit plants to break dormancy, that is called chilling hour. The duration of cold temperature required by temperate fruit or fruit plant to break winter dormancy, that is called chilling hour. Which of the following fruit is classified as tropical fruit? Tropical fruit examples are kiwi, guava, peach, plum. From this kiwi, guava, peach, plum, which one is tropical fruit? That is guava. From kiwi, guava, peach, plum, that is guava. Kiwi, peach, and plum, these are temperate fruit. Next question. The headquarter of Central Tuber Crop Research Institute we have already discussed, that is Thiruvananthapuram. Thiruvananthapuram. Okay, Central Tuber Crop Research Institute (CTCRI) is a premier institute under Indian Council of Agriculture Research. It is dedicated to the research and development of tropical tuber crop like cassava, sweet potato, yam. Its headquarters is located at Thiruvananthapuram, Kerala. Whereas in Simla, you can find CPRI, Central Potato Research Institute. Bikaner, you can find Central Institute of uh, arid horticulture. Trichy, you can find ICAR National Research Center for banana. Okay. Next question. Pollination in oil palm is carried out mostly by that is carried out mostly by weevils. Okay. So oil palm, the scientific name is Elais guinensis. It is a natural cross pollinated. While wind does play the role, the introduction of the oil palm weevil, that is Eladobius cameronus, it's a commercial plantation, has made it single most effective and primarily pollinating agent, significantly increase yield through improved fruit set. Which famous pollinator insect was deliberately introduced in oil palm plantation to boost yield? That is oil palm weevil. What is the most common method used for pollination in commercial date palm cultivation? That is hand pollination or artificial pollination. Next question. The physiological disorder in citrus caused due to high temperature and relative humidity during ripening, that is granulation. The physiological disorder in citrus caused due to high temperature and relative humidity during ripening, that is called granulation. So basically, granulation is a severe physiological disorder of citrus fruit where the juice sac or vesicles become hardened, enlarged, and dry, making the fruit unusable for juice extraction. It is aggravated by high temperature and high relative humidity during the late stage of fruit ripening, especially when harvesting is delayed. Okay. Exanthema hoerat, it is a disorder of, due to copper in mostly found in citrus fruit. Dieback, it is a severe form of, copper deficiency. Little leaf due to zinc deficiency. Whereas granulation, it is a physiological disorder linked to high temperature and humidity. The primary physiological disorder of banana fruit where the pulp remains hard and sticky even after ripening, that is called pulp hardening or chilling injury. Next question. The alkaloid that is obtained from papaya that is utilized as diuretic and heart stimulant. The alkaloid obtained from papaya that is utilized as diuretic or heart stimulant, that is carpane. Okay, carpane. So Papaya, that is Carica papaya, contains several compounds of medicinal value. Papain and pepsin, these are enzymes. Carpain is an alkaloid found in leaves and fruits and is known for its pharmacological properties, including acting as weak diuretic and cardiotonic or heart stimulant. Pepsin, it is an enzyme, not an alkaloid, found in stomach for protein digestion. Papain is a major proteolytic enzyme, not an alkaloid, extracted from latex of unripe papaya. Carpen is basically the alkaloid from papaya leaves and diuretic and cardiotonic properties. Carthamine, it is a red dye from safflower. Question from here: the proteolytic enzyme obtained from the latex of unripe papaya, that is papain. The main alkaloid found in coffee bean that act as stimulant, that is caffeine. Next question: the gynodioecious variety of papaya having pink flesh and rich in carotene content. The gynodioecious variety of papaya having pink flesh rich in carotene content, that is sunrise solo. That is sunrise solo. Papaya variety can be dioecious or separate male and female plants, or gynodioecious, that is hermaphrodite or female plants. Gynodioecious varieties are preferred for commercial planting as they self-pollinate. Sunrise Solo is a famous high quality gynodioecious cultivar with desired pink orange flesh and high carotene. Okay. Taiwan, it is a red fleshed gynodioecious variety. Pusa nonna, it is a dioecious dwarf variety suitable for high density planting. Pusa majesty, it is a dioecious pest tolerant variety. Sunrise Solo, whereas it is a gynodioecious variety with pink or reddish orange flesh and rich in carotene. Question from here: like a papaya variety where male, female, and hermaphrodite plants are present is classified as polygamous. Which variety of papaya is the most dwarf and suitable for high density planting? That is Pusa Nanna. Next and last question of this session: the variety of pomegranate developed on crossing Ganesh and Nanna, that is the Amlidana. Okay, the right answer is Amlidana. Okay, so Ganesh is a popular variety of pomegranate. The cross between Ganesh and Nana resulted in the development of hybrid, that is Amlidana. Okay, so basically, question from here, like the highly popular dark red aryl pomegranate variety, which is selection from Alandi, that is Bhagova. Which variety of pomegranate is known for its soft seed? That is Mridula. Okay, it is known for its soft seed. Bhagwa is known for its dark red aryl. Okay, so these were 50 diverse MCQ from the horticulture, and this is basically horticulture revision test. I hope you got to know a lot of things. Some concept also we have discussed. So I hope you are taking the notes out of it for quick revision during your exam time. So any doubt you can ask me in the comment section. See you in the next lecture. Till then, keep reading, keep signing, keep growing. Bye bye.